Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to change front and rear sway bar end links in a 2005 Toyota RAV4. That's it in the background. Anyways, let's get started. Even with the e-brake on, it's a good idea to chock the rear tires. You don't want this thing rolling while it's up in the air. Now with these, there's a cross member that bolts from the front to the rear. It's like a support. You can jack it up from the center right there, and that should evenly bring up both sides. Now while that's in the air, good idea to slide your jack stands under here. If you're looking for a secure place to let the weight of the vehicle rest, if you look right here, you'll see that sort of bent piece of sheet metal where it meets that bent piece of sheet metal, and then there's a bolt right there. So right behind that should be a very structural spot to let this thing rest. Now you're going to want to jack stand both sides so all the weight isn't sitting on one, but I'm going to go ahead and lower the jack out with that sitting right there. Just kind of watch it as it slowly goes down. Make sure nothing starts to crunch or break. That would be less than ideal. So I'm going to be showing the passenger side front and rear, but this is going to be the same procedure on both sides. So now with the tire off, we can see the part we're going to change here, and you'll notice it's a little beat up, let's say. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to remove this even if it is messed up. So with a 9/16 combination wrench and a 3/16 hex head Allen wrench thingy, we're going to go ahead and loosen this nut. Now what this Allen wrench is for is when you start to loosen this stud is going to want to turn likely. Well, in this case it looks like it's not giving us too much issue, but if I took that wrench out, you would see that the stud spins with the bolt, which it's not supposed to do. So stick that Allen wrench in there, and that kind of locks into place against the strut, giving you plenty of room to turn the bolt. Bottom, it's a similar story. It's just I'm flying blind this time. Stuck the wrench on there. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find the slot to put the Allen wrench in. Now for the bottom, I find it's easy to kind of set that little Allen wrench in there and kind of let it rest on the top of this control arm, and I got the box end on that nut, so a ratcheting wrench would make this a little easier, but I'm working with what I got here. I do have a ratcheting wrench, but it's not long handled, so I'll prefer the leverage over speed, you know, less effort. As you can see, the unlucky ducky that I am, the Allen wrench port little hole stripped out, so I'm gonna have to resort to an angle grinder. That's okay though. Good demonstration, right? About time to replace that guy anyways, so good thing we're in here doing it. Got the new one off of Amazon. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop that in the way it came out, with the stud on top facing out and the stud on bottom facing in towards the vehicle. Popping both in at the same time is going to be bolting them down a little easier. Again, I would not advise using an impact on this because you might make the stud spin. Get that nice and snug. Same with the bottom. I just like to go through and inspect things one last time, but since that's installed, we're ready to throw the tire back on and move on to the rear. And as for the rear sway bar links, You don't even need to jack the thing up or take a tire off. These are super easy to get to. Clearance being the only issue back here, but same size wrench, same size Allen wrench. We're just gonna go ahead and try to crack these guys loose. Hopefully lets us do this the easy way. Hope is a hell of a promise, especially with an old car with 250,000 miles on it. That's what this thing's got. I'll strip that out because that would make our lives a little bit more of a pain in the butt than we want them to be. I don't want to have to bust out the angle grinder again. That set off. Now let's see the same this side here. Didn't even need an angle grinder. Nice. Now, if you could just hold this thing with one hand and wiggle it around, it's a good indicator that maybe it needs to be changed. I've got these nice new ones from Amazon. They are staggered slightly if you look. They're facing slightly different directions, so just make sure you match them up. I don't believe they are side specific, but it doesn't hurt to try to find one that's roughly the right orientation as the one you just took off. As you might imagine, putting it on is just the reverse of taking it off. I'm going to go ahead and remove the Nylox nuts from there. You might have to wiggle that stud a little bit by hand. It's going to be harder on the brand new ones, but hopefully I won't need to stop the stud with another Allen wrench. In this case, it's actually a star bit that you stop the stud with, but yeah. Hopefully I'm able to just use a ratchet. Oftentimes when you get a replacement part, they change the bolt size. It's annoying, but that's what they do. So, it's their game, I'm just playing it. Now if you guys get this on here and you find you're in a situation where the stud is spinning with the nut, I'm going to show you an easy way to get around that. So you're just going to throw your wrench on there, and then in this case it is a T27 Torx bit. I don't know if you can see that on there. I'm going to set that on the ratchet, and then you're actually just going to go to the loosen setting on your ratchet while holding the wrench there, and that's going to be a little easier than trying to do this with an Allen wrench. Thankfully it's a Torx bit. I mean, they do have Allen wrench bits that can go into a socket, but once you get that tight, go ahead and take your wrench and cinch it on there a little tighter, just because you don't want these bolts popping off. It's not likely because, as you saw, it has a little nylon lock on it, but let's get that on there. Throw the box end on there with this on there, and cinch it just a little tighter. And you're good to go. Anyways, that's all for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. If this video was helpful or useful, please consider liking and subscribing. It'll really help out the channel and get me one step closer to being able to do this full time. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless.